Well, hello everyone. Welcome to day 13 of our yoga practice. Today we are focusing, my name is Linda Liu and I'm with Corporate Com Yoga. Today we are gonna focus on expanding our energy and getting more energetic during our yoga practice today. We're gonna make this fun, we're gonna enjoy it, we're gonna feel centered and grounded after we're finished. You're just gonna feel better in your mind and your body after you finish. And it only takes a half an hour, that's the beauty. So let's get started. I invite you to either lay down or get yourself in a comfortable seated position wherever you can really focus in on your breath. So just take a moment to just calm your body. Whatever's going around in your outside world, leave that all behind. Just let this next half an hour be just for you. Focus in on the breath, trying to elongate your breath, just noticing where you're coming to your mat today. I want you to take a deep breath in for at least 2 counts. Then as you breathe out, I want you to keep your mouth closed actually, but I want you to be able to hear your breath coming back out. So deep breath in. So we're kind of making that little bit of a noise in the back of our throat, in the back of your nostrils as you're breathing out through your nose. So let's try that again. Breathe in. Breathe in again. I get to do that a few more times. If you don't like making the noise on the way out, that's fine. Then just come into a nice deep breath where you're breathing in for at least 2 or 3 counts and you're breathing out for at least 2 or 3 counts, really slowing down the pace. Just noticing those ribs as they fill up with air, fill up with life force and prana. So today, like I said, we're kind of focusing on energy, and I'd just like you to think about where you're putting your energy in your life. Where are you putting your time? Where you put your attention is where you put your power. So continue to take deep breaths in and calming, soothing breaths out. So for many of us, we're kind of running through life just rudderless, with no real direction, just kind of letting life happen to us in many times of our life. So just become more aware of what's really worth your energy, what's really worth your time, so that you can be directing your own boat. Take one more deep breath in, sighing out any of life's issues. And I'd like you to invite me in hands and knees. We're going to start from cat and cow. So bring that abdomen up and arch that back and bring that head down as we breathe in and come into cat. Bring that belly down. The tailbone up, that chest through our arms as we breathe out, and our head also is looking forward. Breathe in as you come back into cat. And breathe out as you come into cow. Do this 2 or 3 more times, just kind of on your own pace, whatever feels good for you. If it feels good to stretch kind of from one side to the other, or roll your hips around, or just do a few more cat and cows. We're just trying to wake up our back and our body a little bit. Okay, now I invite you to put your left hand kind of in the middle of your mat and bring your right hand straight as far up as feels comfortable for you. Again, remember, yoga is about doing things that feel good in your body but not hurt. And now we're going to bring the arms straight through. This is called thread the needle. So with that left hand, you can either put it kind of straight up towards your head, kind of opening up that that armpit, or we can just leave it right here on the side, whatever feels more comfortable for you. I'm feeling a nice opening in that shoulder. Take a few deep breaths here. Now put that left hand kind of back to the side of your head, kind of right underneath, a little bit underneath your shoulder. Then bring that right hand back up towards the ceiling and then put it back down. Then just kind of equal your body out here for a second. This time put your right hand more towards the middle of your mat. Bring that left hand straight up or wherever is comfortable for you. If this is a great opening for you, bring it right here. Whatever feels good for you. And then bend that arm through that right arm and bring your head down to the mat. And that right hand can just hang out where it is on the floor, or if you'd like a little more opening, you can open that armpit as well. You can have that elbows starting to point towards the ceiling. As with all yoga poses, just relax into this pose. Relaxing actually helps the body open, relieves our nervous system to help our body stretch. So put that right hand right to the side of your cute little head and bring that hand all the way up. And bring it down. Shake it out. We're going to do that one more time. So right hand up, bring the hand through. This time, if you'd like a little bit more of a bind, you can take that left hand and try to aim it towards the waistline on the back. Kind of the back side of the hand will be towards your waistline. Put that left hand back on the ground. Right hand goes back into the air. And put that right hand back down. Now left arm opens. Thread that needle, come down to the ground. And then that right hand can come around the back and do a little mini bind here. Actually, that's not a bind, just a nice twist. Right, then right hand back on the ground. Left arm goes up. All right, put them back together. Now we're gonna sit in hero pose, which is just our feet are supporting our sit bones here. So our sit bones are directly underneath our feet. If this is a no-go for you, this is where the block or the blanket comes into a useful little help here. So feel free to grab yourself some yoga blocks. You can get them on Amazon or any place that you need. But a blanket works great too if you don't like that. Okay, so we're gonna sit in a hero pose here for just a second. And first we're gonna take our arms directly overhead. And then bring those arms forward towards the ground. Bring your head towards the ground. This is kind of a wide-legged child's pose here. But we're getting a little more action because we're really sitting into our feet more. So bring that straight up. Now I invite you to take your hands out to the side and then grab opposite elbows. So our hands look like this in the back. And we're sitting on our feet here. And then just as much as you can, try to bend over towards the ground, but also trying to keep your bottom as close to your feet as they want to go. But if this is a Nasa Asana, just come right here, wherever feels comfortable for you. So we're getting a nice stretch of those shoulders, but we're also getting a nice stretch in the front of our thighs also. All right, we're gonna have a fun, a little energetic way that we're gonna enjoy our yoga today. Do some fun twists. So start here on hands and knees. Then we're gonna point those toes and bring those feet to the ground or anywhere closer to the ground. So we're just kind of gonna play with our heels here. We're bouncing one foot to the ground and then the other heel to the ground. Always try to enjoy your down dogs. Don't make them hurt. Down dog can be very energetic and energizing to the body, but it can also hurt if we're really trying to stretch out hamstrings that are not in the mood to be stretched that far. So sometimes bending the legs can also help with taking a little bit of the weight out of the hamstrings. All right, so now we're just gonna stretch our feet up and down, kind of do the high heel thing here. Okay, now I invite you, if you're kind of pretty wide down dog here, you can bring it a little bit closer if you want. We're gonna take that right hand and reach it over towards the left calf here, and then come on back, and we're gonna do the same thing on the other side. Right hand to left calf. Do that just one more time. If you can come down a little bit lower towards the ankle, that's great too. If not, just do it by the knee, wherever feels comfortable for you. Getting a nice side stretch to our bodies here. Okay, now we're gonna take our right foot straight up into the air. We're gonna bring it through up into high lunge. Then we're just gonna enjoy high lunge here for just a second. Feeling a nice stretch through the front of this left leg, as well as the back of this right leg. Now, bring that left foot just a little bit closer in and bring it so your foot is parallel with the back of your mat. And then we want to come up, la la, into warrior. Remember, we're all strong warriors. So we're into warrior. This is warrior 2. So our front leg is trying to aim over, it's bent, and it's aiming over towards the back of the wall, over towards our pinky toes. Our back foot is even with the mat behind it, and our arms are strong and firm. We're a tough warrior. Okay, now I want you to take this right hand and bend it over onto that knee, then bring this left arm over to the side. This is a great side stretch. Breath here. Now come back up, come back into warrior. Now this time we're going to do reverse warrior, which we're going to take this left hand, bring it down the leg, or it might be right here, and then stretch backwards. So now we're stretching out the front part of the body, or not the front, but the other side. Okay, great. So now we're going to bring this foot a little bit closer together. We're going to try to find a wall. Unless you have an excellent balance, then maybe you won't need a wall. But for those of us who don't, grab a wall. Bring your hips, your feet just a little more than hip distance apart. Put that right hand on the wall, and then try to grab this left foot. So if this is where you feel comfortable, great. But if you'd like to, we're going to come into dancer pose today. So if you can, bring that back leg a little bit further up. And you might think about tipping over just a little bit more towards that wall, bringing the back of your head towards that wall. Alrighty then. Okay, so that's our little flow that we're gonna do today. So now we're gonna come back down to downward dog, and we're gonna repeat that kind of on the other side. So bring yourself down to downward dog. Take a couple of breaths just to even yourself out here. So bring that left leg straight up, bring it straight through to our high lunge. Taking a second just to center ourselves, feel a nice stretch in our body. Now take that back foot and put it flat and even towards the back of the mat so that it's parallel with the back of the mat. And voila! We're bringing ourselves up to warrior, up to a strong, fierce warrior. Again, we're making sure this front knee, this left knee is pointing towards the back of the room, so we can kind of see all of our toes when we look down, and that back foot is even towards the back of the mat. Our arms are straight out. We're really trying to expand our energy here. Now take this left arm and bend it and bring our body over towards our left foot, or towards the wall here. Now reverse our warrior as we bring our left arm straight up and our right hand is coming down our right leg. Okay, now we're gonna come over towards this wall. We're gonna put our left hand on the wall and our right foot is gonna be in. And actually, officially when we do dancer, our hand should be on the inside part of our foot, not the outside part of our foot. So, oops, I need to get a little bit further away from the wall. And then if you can, bring that foot up just a little bit and try to tip over wherever feels comfortable for you, or it might just be enough just to bend that leg up just a little bit. So wherever feels good for you. All right, now we're gonna bring ourselves back down into our downward dog. We're gonna do that again. We're gonna do that a little bit as a flow, so it's gonna be a little bit quicker next time. A little bit shorter holding each pose. Just enjoy a few breaths in downward dog. Now right foot comes straight up. Bring it through to high lunge. Take just a second here. Bring that back foot in. Come up to your warrior. Feel like the strong person you are. Bring that right hand over. This time, if you'd like, you can also come all the way to the ground. This is called extended side angle here. So it's also a great place for a block if you can't get your hand all the way to the ground, which is actually even tricky for me. And come back up. We're gonna reverse our warrior, so we're stretching out the other side of our body. Now feel free to come over to the wall, or if you'd like to do dancer just as a balance pose, you can also come into your dancer without the wall. So if you'd like, maybe you can, or maybe you can't, it's hard to say. Take your time as you come into the pose. If you can find a drishti on the wall, do that, and then bring yourself over into your dancer pose. All right, let's do that on the other side. So come, bring yourself down into downward dog. Take a few nice deep breaths here. Bring that foot up. Bring it on through. Bring the foot even with the back of your mat. Bring yourself up into your warrior two. Bring that hand straight over. Just do it exactly like this if this is difficult for you. If you'd like a little more of a challenge, bring that hand down to the ground. Making sure we're not revolving ourselves forward, but really keeping ourselves open to the front of the room. Bring yourself back up. Reverse your warrior. Now let's try our dancer pose again. Come over to the side of the wall if you'd like. Or if you'd like, try to just bring this. This time it's your right foot up and bringing yourself over. Expanding that back leg up a little bit. And remember, anytime you're doing a balance pose, wiggles and wobbles are totally cool. It means you're getting your feet stronger. Come back down to downward dog. We're gonna do that just one more time. Take nice 2 or 3 nice deep breaths here. Calm your mind, calm your body. Think about how strong you are and how capable you are. Let's do this one the best ever. So bring that right foot straight up, bring it through to your high lunge. Now back foot in, even with the mat, bring yourself up into your strong warrior. Bring yourself over into extended side angle, or also feel free to keep that arm on your thigh. Come over and reverse that warrior. Now try to get a little bit more of your weight into your right foot. As you bring that left foot over, that left foot up, and then once you steady yourself, feel free to bring that leg over and that arm, and bring your body a little bit closer towards the ground. You can see how as you warm up, it makes these poses easier to do a lot of times once our body's a little warmed up. So bring yourself down. Let's do one more time. Strong as ever. This is the best one. Come down into your downward dog. relax your body as you take a few deep breaths in. Bring that left foot straight in the air. Bring that left foot through to high lunge. Pop that back leg flat, up into your strong warrior. Come over into your extended side angle. Come back into your reverse warrior. And then take that left foot, put your weight into that left foot first, and lift that right foot up. Just get even and steady here, and start to lift that right foot a little bit further towards the ceiling while you're tipping your body over. And if you can, this arm should be out a little bit further, but my wall is there, so that's not gonna happen for me. Enjoy the great healing from getting a little bit more strength in your body. So now, however you'd like, bring your body down to the ground. And we're just gonna enjoy just a second in child's pose. So bring your head towards the ground. Your feet, feel free to either have a wide-legged child's pose or a narrow. This time I'm just gonna put my hands straight back into a very relaxing pose, just to stretch out everything that we just did. See how that feels in our body. Okay, so now we're gonna lay all the way on the ground, kind of going with our power theme here. Being strong and capable and powerful. We're gonna come into our Superman pose. So I invite you to bring your legs up, bring your hands off the ground as you're flying through the air, as you're flying through life in the direction that you want to go. You're taking your life into the direction that you want it to go, not just letting the wind take you anywhere. All right, bring your head towards the ground. This time put your right ear on the ground. Just relaxing the body for a moment. Now let's come back into our Superman pose again. Bring those arms up, bring those legs up. Thinking about the strength in our back, the strength in our legs, the strength in our chest. See if you can come up just one more inch. Thinking about how strong your body is and how capable you are. Take one more deep breath here. Now this time put your left ear towards the ground. Just take a few deep breaths in and out here. Now if that was enough for you, then do the exact same Superman pose that we just did. But if you'd like a little bit more of a challenge, feel free to grab both of your feet in the back as you bring yourself up into locust pose. Stretching out the back, our legs, and really just trying to come into a giant U. You are going to focus on your future and do great things with your life. And then bring yourselves down, relax our body, become limp. Just feel the ground supporting your body. Then we're going to do just a little bit of an opposite pose here. I'm just going to do a little bit of a bridge pose just to get our body in a little different position. So this time, bring your feet in towards your body, laying on your back. Your hands to your side as you bring your shoulders in. And maybe this is enough for you of a back bend for today. But if you'd like, you can lift those hips up and grab those hands underneath and bring your bottom just a little bit further off the ground. Maybe you're an inch or two. Maybe you're a foot off the ground. Whatever feels good for you today. Stretching out that chest, just a little bit of an opposite stretch here. All right, let's relax. And stretch out those feet if you want. We'll do that one more time. Bring those feet in towards the body. And those shoulders in towards one another. Think about clasping those hands if you'd like to a little bit more. And then bringing those hips up. Always concentrating on our breath. All right, and then come down, relax. Maybe roll out those ankles and those toes. Okay, now I'd like you to sit. Just bringing this knee forward, your left knee forward, and then bring that right knee. And maybe that right knee wants to meet the left knee, or maybe it does not. Maybe it just wants to sit here. So whatever feels good in your body, or maybe that foot actually wants to sit over here too. So whatever feels good to you. But if you'd like to bring your knees together, feel free to do that, or feel free to have them a little bit further apart, whatever's right for you today. Just sit up. Try to make sure that you're still sitting on both of those sit bones and you're sitting up straight. Just invite you to take your left hand, move over towards the right side, feeling a nice little stretch in that bottom, but we're also really stretching out our hips here, but we're also stretching our spine. All right, and then one more time to the left. Shake those feet out in front of you. Now this time we're going to put our right knee in front, and then our left leg is going to come over around if that is a possibility. If not, we're just going to leave this leg here too. So whatever's better for you today. So concentrate on sitting straight up in our body, elongating our spine. Take that right hand, put it on the thigh, look over towards your left. Now our right hand on our shin and moving over towards our left. Bring both of those legs back together, shaking it out just a little bit. Now is the best part of all. We're just gonna lay down on our mat. Feel free to join me either in child's pose if you'd like, or laying down flat on your mat in Shavasana, whatever your body is asking for today. Whenever I do Shavasana, I'm a layer downer, but some people like Shavasana kind of in a seated position or in child's pose. So wherever is a good place for you to kind of come into contact with your breath and just help yourself relax. Help yourself feel the strength, the lengthening of our muscles that we did today, and the strength that we created from some of the poses that we did today. We're making our body stronger, more capable, and more open to doing the things that we like to do in our bodies. So as you come into your breath, just try to elongate your inhale and exhale. As you really just try to relax your whole body. All the way from your shoulders, all the way down to your feet. Just feel your body melting into the mat. So we talked earlier about where do you put your power? Where do you put your energy? What are your goals in life? Where should you be spending your time? These are all questions that only you can answer. Where's your passion? What excites you? Those are the things that we need to spend more time on. So I have a little quote from Oprah Winfrey, who I think is a very smart woman. Passion is energy. Feel the power that comes from focusing on what excites you. So if we follow our passion, if we follow what we enjoy, that's how we really become alive. So God gives each of us different talents and each of us different things that we really like to do. So find what those are for you and spend your time doing those things. I invite you to take just 2 more deep breaths in and out. Please join me in easy pose, Sukhasana, just with our feet folded, our posture good, our shoulders down, our spine straight. Thank you so much for joining me today. The light in me sees and honors the light in you. Namaste.